Good afternoon, I'm Malcolm Jordan and this is your Midday News Fix for Friday the 14th of June. A 40-year-old woman's been charged with murder after a man known to her died in Auckland's Massey last night. The man was struck by a vehicle just before 11:30 on Moya Road and died at the scene. Police believe the incident's isolated but will be increasing their presence in the area today. The woman's due in the Waitakere District Court today. Infrastructure New Zealand is backing the government's plan to fund and maintain assets. Infrastructure Minister Chris Bishop's announced a funding and financing work program consisting of 3 pillars. They'll clarify when the Crown will use its balance sheet to fund infrastructure, broaden the funding tools available to the Crown and councils, and modernise policies and contracting models. Policy Director Michelle McCormick says the proposition is bold and necessary.
The planning and funding of infrastructure and delivery of infrastructure in New Zealand really does need a big shake-up.
It keeps getting harder to find a job. Latest figures from SEEK show the number of applicants per job in the last 12 months is up 69% on the previous 12 months. The number of jobs being advertised is down 30.5%. JMI Wealth Director Andrew Kelleher says outside of COVID lockdowns, this is the lowest demand for labour since 2016.
The larger declines we're seeing in construction jobs, also consulting and strategy. Not a great time to be a consultant or a strategist.
The Food Safety Minister's move to scrap export restrictions is being welcomed by the dairy industry. Andrew Hoggard has announced plans to make it easier for exporters by removing the need for them to apply for exemptions when supplying food to a country with lower food standards. Dairy Companies Association of New Zealand Chairman Matt Bolger says the current rules are a long-standing and self-inflicted barrier to trade.
This is common sense. New Zealand was quite unusual in this regard. So if we can make this change, that will bring us more into line with places like Australia and Europe.
The government's pouring more money into the funding and upkeep of specialist schools. Finance Minister Nicola Willis has announced a $180 million spending package focused on maintaining and upgrading specialist facilities and satellite classrooms for kids with high needs. Nicola Willis says the state of some of the current classrooms is shocking, and it's time that something was done about this issue. Heavy rain and thunderstorm warnings have been issued as wet weather hits northern and central parts of the country. Tasman and Marlborough are under a heavy rain watch until 11 p.m. tonight. NZTA has issued a warning to drivers to take extra care while driving in the regions and be prepared for hazards such as flooding, slips and rockfalls. Auckland is also under a severe thunderstorm watch today, easing as the afternoon progresses. To sport, Rory McIlroy and Patrick Cantlay are a stroke clear of Sweden's Ludvig Åberg after the first round of the US Golf Open. England have bounced back from losing to Australia by inflicting one of the biggest thrashings in 2020 World Cup history on Oman. The holders won by 8 wickets with 16.5 overs remaining, taking just 19 balls to knock off the target after dismissing Oman for 47. And the New England Patriots will retire Tom Brady's number 12 shirt and build a statue of their legendary former quarterback. I'm Malcolm Jordan. That's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at 5 p.m. from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.